So welcome back to the new improved Shed Shack. Just thought I'd show you this. If you've watched Fred in the Shed 2, you'd have seen some of this being constructed. And if you don't watch Fred in the Shed 2, well, you should, because you're missing out. A lot of stuff on Fred in the Shed 2, but here it is. This is the new improved Fred's Shed. Decided that since we had that roof leak, you remember, in this corner, and I recovered the roof, decided that I would improve things in here even more. Put up some of this bubble wrap insulation. I had a couple of rolls of this left over when I did the loft shack, so not a non-cost improvement. And yeah, just went round and attached some of this to the side of the shed, just trying to sort of cut down on any dampness, any condensation that I was getting if I run a heater in here. Put some cheap plywood, just bought some cheap plywood just before the lockdown. We just fitted that onto the back there to smarten things up. Got a couple of new lights, as you can sort of see there. These are LED type lights. I bought them because I like them. I think they look a bit kind of Frankenstein, a bit of a mad professor. I don't know if they're going to be RF friendly. A few people commented over on Fred in the Shed 2 and said, Fred, you know, you've got LEDs going around there. I've got an LED lamp on the bottom. Is that going to be RF friendly? Not really sure at the moment. I'm just running the little Truman and I'm running that on FM. So not getting distant stations there. Not getting any problem on FM, but I will do a proper separate video and I will do an AM test just to see if these LEDs are going to cause many problems. If they do, I can just swap these back to tungsten or just choose not to have them on when I'm using the radio and just have them off when I'm not. Heating wise, took some advice that I got on Fred in the Shed 2. We got one of these tube heaters in. This is a 120 watts tube heater, so it's very, very low wattage. So it gets surprisingly hot. I'm going to do a separate video on this, but I tested it. It gets up to 75 degrees centigrade, so it's ideal for a shed. It's built for a shed or sort of a greenhouse. It has got a little thermostat. Currently got that set, so it only really comes on when the temperature goes below freezing. Now, a lot of people did comment when I said that I was going to upgrade the coaxial cable here in the shed. I had a really crappy piece of RG58 that I'd strung up, and yeah, that was never really any good. It was a bit embarrassing, really. So I had some of this 213 knocking about, and people sort of came back. I was thinking of getting some of those crimp-on or those compression, what I call compression type fittings. People said don't muck about with the cheaper Chinese fittings, Fred. If you're going to go for that, get the proper Messi and Poloni. And why you get it, you get the Ultraflex 7. You might as well do the whole thing. So didn't do it at this stage of the sort of upgrade of the shed because I had the 213 sitting about. Wasn't really sort of cost effective, but we have now got 213. As you can see, made a proper little interconnect here, and that goes up into this little hole here behind my plywood. And I'll just spin the camera around, and there we go. Runs all the way along here now, all nice and neat, all out of the way, and then it all kind of goes a little bit wrong because it goes into my cheap eBay crappy switch box. Gonna be getting rid of this. Yeah, I don't need 3 outputs. I used to have one that went to the living room when Kenny was a puppy because he would chew things if you left him alone, so set up a radio in there to go on the 305. I no longer really need this. I've got a basic, one of those kind of cast sort of V-shaped metal switches, probably going to end up replacing it. So at the moment we have a 213 coming in, we have 213 going to the shack, we have Mini 8 going up to the loft shack, and then we've just got an old bit of RG58 there that it just runs into the living room in case I just want to do a little bit of radio in the living room, and why not?
It's a black one. I want a white one or green one. I want the white one because it's got the aluminium.
Got Jake there coming in on his 35 group. Nice to see that going. Bought a little extension speaker. I was going to get one of those sort of Cobra type speakers. Then this popped up on eBay. This is a Kef speaker. It's a surround sound speaker you would have in your home cinema. I've got the larger versions of this speaker indoors. Quite impressed with it, to be honest. It is solid aluminium, or aluminum if you like. It's got a nice sound to it. Cost £12. £12 on eBay and a couple of pounds delivery. you can't go wrong. These are quite expensive if you want to buy these. I have bought these before, and it was, yeah.
I'm with you at the moment, but I have to say with the
Not that I get a very good signal from Jake there. He's in Highgate in London. Lots of infrastructure between us, but it sounds really, really nice, and that will help on the videos. Still got the B150 Satagi there, just to help me kind of get out, get the distant stations. But we'll be using this on 4 watts as well for the local stuff. I've been getting some good reports on this, and of course it does do the AM and it does do all the Euro bands and sort of things like that. But that's it for now. This is the improvement. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm quite pleased with how it's come out. So getting ready for that summer of Skip 2021. Really looking forward to that. Hoping that we'll be getting Skip pretty much every day with the improved sort of summer cycle. It was very, very good this year, 2020. Had some really, really good contacts. Had some really good fun out in the shack. But there you go. That's it for now. I'd like to say cheers, thank you for watching. Just thought you'd like to see what I've been up to. As I say, all of this has been choreographed on Freddy in the Shed 2. So if you're not over in Freddy in the Shed 2, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what you're missing. But I'd like to say for now, cheers, please, 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 stay safe. Still dodgy out there, isn't it? And of course, catch you all on the next one. Cheers, guys. Oh